Hey everybody, it's me, Steve Schnee, and you are watching the CD Junkie. I want you to stop what you're doing because I want to be a little serious here. No, I'm serious. I want to be serious. I'm serious about being serious. I want you to stop what you're doing. Put down your cup of coffee. Put down your cup of noodles. Maybe snuff out your jaw sticks and just focus right now on joy, on happiness, on feeling good. Forget about negativity. I try to as much as possible. It's really hard to avoid it when you're just inundated with this crumbling news cycle. You're inundated, you want to get away from that on YouTube, so you show up on YouTube and it's just people saying rock and roll is dead. Oh, that might come up a little bit later. And or they're saying this band sucks, or this album sucks, or this movie sucks, or this religion sucks, or this political party sucks. Focus on the positive. Subscribe to my channel. No, this isn't about subscribing to my channel. This is about renewing your outlook. Maybe searching for something that makes you feel good. And when I think in my life, what have I turned to that has pulled me out of the negativity of the world and has put me in a place of comfort and a place of warmth and in a place of joy? And it's music. I mean, it really is. Music is that salve for the soul. It's something that I turn to lift myself up. It's something I turn to reiterate the thought that there is good in this world. And a band that I choose to do that with is a band by the name of the Rubinoos. This band has been around for 50 years. They've created some of the most joyful, thoughtful, positive music. This isn't a positive band. This isn't a Christian rock band. They're not Bubblegum, although that's part of what they are. They're just a great band. I mean, some of their songs deal with, the devastation of heartbreak, the devastation of getting older, the pain of relationships, the pain of going through this wicked and sometimes uncomfortable world, but they do it in such a way that it conveys positivity and hope. And that is really what my whole channel is about. That's what, look, I can get really, really down in the dumpers. I can be negative, I can be this, I can be that. But ultimately, there's that hope. And a band like the Rubinoos really, really makes you feel that way. It's so. I know that telling you to get into this band that has a pretty deep catalog already is going to be pretty difficult. I mean, let's put it this way. When it comes to the Rubinoos, now, I'm a Rubinoos fanatic. At least I try to be. So this is just the studio albums right here. None of the compilations. This is just the studio albums. And, I've got some things here. There's a U.S. version and then a Japanese version that has bonus tracks, blah, 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 stuff like that. But everything in here is worth your while. The songs are amazing. It's fascinating just how consistent the band has been. They've never put out a bad album. Like I said, these are the studio albums, and they are absolutely fabulous. Now, before I move forward with the Rubinoos, let me tell you that the band was started by lead singer John Rubin. He also played guitar. Guitar player and vocalist Tommy Dunbar, who writes or co-writes most of the band's material. Drummer Don Spint, and bassist Royce Ader. And that was the band that recorded the first two albums. Now, the new guy in the band is a gentleman by the name of Al Chan. He replaced bassist Royce Ader in 1980 after their first two albums, and he has been with them for only 45 years. Now, John and Tommy got together, like I said, years before that. But these guys, it's a well-oiled machine. And these are all great guys, too. I've met them. In fact, I've made several Rubinoos videos on my channel. But I always have to wait until they forget about the restraining order and they let it run out. So then I can get up and make another video, until they slap another restraining order on me for talking about them. But it's so incredible. But you saw all those studio albums that I just talked about, right? Well, Tommy Dunbar, Don Spint, and Al Chan got together with John Seabury from Psychotic Pineapple, and they formed a band called Vox Pop. And that's very Rubinoos sounding because it's 3/4 of the Rubinoos. But Al Chan takes on most of the lead vocals. Tommy is there. And of course, I have to own the American version, and I also have to own the Japanese version because it has that cover. But it also has a couple extra bonus tracks too. I guess I can maybe part with that, but it's hard to do that. And then finally, there are some compilations out there that I would recommend. But this video is really all about one CD that I am going to recommend to you. It's really, really, really why I'm making this whole video. I'm not doing a whole CD junkie. I've talked about this band many, many times. But I'm going to find one CD and I'm going to point it out to you. And I'm going to put a link below. The only people I know that don't like the Rubinoos are the people that have never heard the Rubinoos. They're so incredible. Anyway, here's some compilations here you may want to check out in your journey out there. I know that I have the CD that I'm going to tell you about. The one that I'm really going to push right now that you are able to get. And it's reasonably priced. And it's a compilation to introduce you to the world of the Rubinoos. But if you want a little bit more than the CD I'm going to talk about, you might want to get the LP Collection Volume 1. And what this is a 3 CD set, and it contains their first 3 albums. Self-titled, Back to the Drawing Board, and then the Basement Tapes, which was the first album with Al Chan. And all those have bonus tracks. That's super highly recommended. But everything by the Rubinoos is recommended. But here is what I'm going to focus on. Okay? Hear me out. You, over there, put down your cup of noodles. I asked you to do that at the very beginning of the video. Is cup of noodles still a thing, or am I really dating myself with that little shtick? But anyway, here is a CD I highly recommend that everybody gets because it's filled with everything I love about music. Melody, harmony, passion, love, variety. It's almost all originals, but there are still some covers on it. In fact, the Rubinoos had a top 40 hit with their cover of I Think We're Alone Now in the late 70s. But we'll get to that. I mean, I won't really get to it, but you'll hear it in just a few moments. But this is what I'm talking about here. The best of the Rubinoos. Of course, it has that, bubblegum type cover. This is probably the best way to advertise this band. It is bubblegum, but it's tough bubblegum. It's not sunshine pop. It's bubblegum. It's the Archies meets the Beatles meets the Monkees with a little bit of soul in there and some rock and roll in there. But it's so joyful. It's so bubbly. It's so amazingly melodic that you, after one listen, you are going to be walking around humming these songs. In fact, forget about your Black Sabbath. Come on, push those off your shelf. Forget about your John Coltrane. Push those off your shelf. Make room for the best of the Rubinoos, which is available through their Pop Plus One website. As I said, description box contains the link for you to go purchase this and other titles by the Rubinoos. And here is the track list there. It's a career-spanning set. And if you notice the final 2 songs there, that was a single. So this is the only place to find those 2 songs, which is Just a Matter of Time and Rumble Under My Hood, right down there. You can find the band at Rubinoos.com, but I'm going to tell you in the description box below how to get to Pop Plus One and purchase this. But you know what? I'm not here to sell a CD. I'm not making any money off of this. Hopefully they will make money off of this. I'm here to sell you on passion, on joy. Turn away from the darkness. Joy Division, yeah, they're good. Yeah, okay, all right. Sisters of Mercy, ooh, yeah. Overkill. Witchfind, oh, all this stuff is fantastic if you want an empty, dark soul. But if you want to walk this earth with a skip in your step, smile on your face, twinkle in your eye, Best of the Rubinoos is going to introduce you to a world that you only hoped existed. But it does. I'm living in it because I listen to the Rubinoos. The Rubinoos are one of the most amazing bands. They still sound great today. I've seen them sporadically throughout the years, throughout the decades. I'm older. No, in fact, the Rubinoos are older than me. No, I'm older than the Rubinoos. But this is something you really got to check out. So what I did is I put together a medley featuring songs from the best of the Rubinoos. And I want you to give this a listen. And I'm pretty certain that if you've never heard the Rubinoos, you are going to be clicking in the description box below that link for Pop Plus One, where you can purchase the best of the Rubinoos. So why don't you sit back, relax, give this medley a listen, and I will see you on the other side. Well, that's it. I hope this inspires you to check out the Rubinoos, the best of, and all their other releases. Like I said, they've got tons of albums. In fact, all that stuff I showed you at the beginning, it fell on the floor during this video, but I edited that part out, so I can't pick it up and show you again. But trust me, this is a world that sometimes you just have to walk away from the darkness and catch yourself a breather and realize that there are people out there that make music for the love of it. They've been doing it for all these years, and they deserve your love and attention. I hope that you take the time, but I'm very, very appreciative that you took the time to watch this video. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, click in the description box and buy the best of the Rubinoos from Pop Plus One, and ring that bell for future notifications. And until the next time, remember me. I'm Steve Schnee, the CD Junkie.